Um, hopefully you're feeling warm enough in here. If we end up getting too warm, though, do let me know, because this is the aircon or the heating is on quite high. So if we get too hot, do let me know. We can start however you want today. So doing Vinyasa flow. I'm Elyssa, for those of you who haven't met me. Take a moment just to maybe close the eyes down or lower your gaze. Take a moment to turn your thoughts, your gaze inside. And see, do I want to start seated? Do I want to start lying down? Where will my body feel most comfortable to begin? And take a moment to see where you want your hands to be. So they can be on the body for grounding if you feel that you need that this morning. Or if you want a bit more opening today, then you can have them away from the body. Maybe the palms turned up to the sky. And we'll take a deep breath in. Let it out through the mouth. Take another breath in. Feel yourself expand and let it go. Keep going like this. A deep breath into the body. Take as much time as you need to inhale and release when you're ready. You can start to maybe become a little louder with your release, a bit more forceful, or it might be slower or longer. Just explore your breath a little bit. So for this exercise at the moment, just in through the nose and out through the mouth. I'll move this mat so your row has a little more space. Keep breathing deeply. So when you inhale, feel your belly kind of expanding. So the belly's softening. We're not trying to pull anything in. We're letting ourselves grow. Feel your rib cage expand. And when you release, feel the body softening. And then slowly we begin to come back to a gentler breath, perhaps in and out through the nose when we're ready. This time, take your time to inhale and take your time to exhale through the nose. See if you can listen to the sound of your breath. Find that steady rhythm with your breath. And just checking in with yourself. Ask yourself, how am I feeling today? How am I doing? So we want to move with our bodies, not against them today. So taking note of how we're feeling, how the body's feeling now and throughout the class. So you can respond to your needs. So if you're feeling tired today, we can come to rest whenever we like. If you're feeling energized, you're welcome to add things into the practice. And if you've got any injuries or any other reason that you want to modify something, then please do. Change what we're doing to fit your body and what you need today. So with that in mind, wanting to get to know our bodies and how we are today, let's begin to move into our bodies. And you can take any movement that feels right for you. Maybe something kind of small at first, just wriggling into the body bit by bit. And see if you can connect your gentle movement with your breath. See if you can use your breath to help yourself explore the body. Your movement might become a little bigger. If you're lying down, maybe you slowly make your way up to seated, but you can take your time, no rush to get there. If you're seated, you might be exploring the arms a little more, taking them up to the sky. Maybe feeling into the sides, into the shoulders, the neck. And slowly finding a little bit of stillness again. So feeling ourselves grounding through our sitting bones, lengthening through the spine. We're going to bring palms together at heart center. And if you'd like to, you can set an intention for your practice. After checking in with yourself, maybe thinking of what energy you want to take with you when you step off the mat. We can come back to this intention at any point in the practice. Just repeating it back to ourselves, or just returning to our breath. So we'll take a deep breath in, big sigh out. Inhale to reach the hands up to the sky. Feel yourself grow too. And then exhale, can we find our way into tabletop so we can float the hands down, come over onto hands and knees. We're going straight into our cat-cows. So knees beneath the hips, wrists below the shoulders. And on your inhale, lowering the belly button down, tailbone comes up, chest through. When we exhale, go in reverse, so pulling the belly button up towards the spine, tailbone down, chin towards the chest. Nice. And go at your pace. So the inhales are gently opening the front of the body. The exhales are rounding the back, particularly between the shoulder blades, pressing the ground away. Feeling into your spine bit by bit, so you can really slow it down if you want to. And when you feel cool to maybe coming to a wildcat. So giving yourself the freedom to move however you want on your hands and knees, having a little explore. You might keep the eyes closed, so there's no external distractions. It's just you, your body, your breath. Getting to know where you're at today. If you notice you want to release something, you might take a big sigh out, you might take a yawn. You can do that whenever you want in the practice. Sometimes it can be good just to shake things off. Notice how you feel this morning. If there's any resistance. If things feel good, if things don't feel so good, there isn't a right or wrong. We just want to observe so we can respond to our needs. And slowly coming back into tabletop, spread the fingers nice and wide. On an inhale, peeling the left arm all the way up to the sky. Feel yourself twist through the spine to open. Now, can we pivot on that right knee so the foot comes all the way out to the right and we send the left leg back. We've come to this modified side plank. And then gently, next exhale, left hand's going to reach towards the front of the room. So we've got a nice long line opening the left side of the body. Gently, if you'd like to, we can lift the left foot off the floor. Steadying your breath. Really reaching all the way from left fingertips to left foot. And then next exhale, lower the left foot down. Inhale, left hand to the sky once again. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Drop the left knee back to the ground. Tabletop, same thing other side. So inhale, right arm comes all the way up. Feel yourself opening through the chest. Now gently pivot on that left knee. So the foot comes out to the left, the right foot goes back. Take another breath in. And then next exhale, right hand reaches towards the front of the room. So we've got a nice long line, and really feel yourself pressing through the foot initially and reaching through the fingertips. And if you want to, if you're ready for it, you can pick up that right foot off the ground and still reach away, opening out the body. Lovely. Next exhale, lower the foot down. Inhale, reach the hand high. Exhale, float the right hand to the floor and bring that right knee back in. On an inhale, can you come into your cow pose? So dipping the belly down, tailbone comes up, shoulders back, chest through. And on your exhale, come to your child's pose. Hips go back to heels. We can reach the hands out in front. Knees can be together or out wide. And creep the fingertips forward. Breathe into the back of your body. So you practice opening up around the back or in all directions. So not just thinking about breathing into the front of the body, but the sides and the back as well. And slowly lifting the hips above the knees. Knees are hip distance apart. We find a puppy pose. We can keep sliding the hands out in front. Lower the heart down towards the ground. Just make sure that your hips are above the knees for this one. And just gently opening the spine, opening the heart space and the shoulders. Can we transition from puppy pose to Sphinx? So you come forwards over the shoulders and slide the legs out behind you. You're on your forearms. Forearms are no wider than the shoulders. And we can gently feel our spine lengthening. So you might want to squeeze the glutes just ever so slightly. And maybe lower the chin so you can feel the length through the back of the neck. Press the backs of the feet into the floor. Feel yourself lengthening. Next, exhale, lower yourself down to the ground. We'll bring hands underneath the shoulders and make our way into tabletop. From tabletop, curling the toes under, can we find our downward facing dog? So take your time to find down dog. Maybe the knees are nice and bent, or maybe you're paddling out the feet so you can feel into your body. How does it feel to come into the shape? Our bodies are still just warming up, so a nice wriggle can help. Let your head and neck relax. We want our hands roughly shoulder distance apart, the feet about hip distance apart. We've got a nice steady breath. And then on an inhale, come all the way to the tiptoes. Lift the heels right off the ground. And as you exhale, soften the knees, look forwards, and start to tiptoe your way towards the top of the mat. We're going to find a ragdoll, so the feet come about hip distance apart. Softening into the knees, taking hold of the elbows. You can sway from side to side, maybe nod or shake the head. And tune into the feet rooting you down, the feet connecting you to the earth. And there's energy coming from the ground up the legs. We can let the arms go. And then slowly, we're going to peel ourselves up bit by bit. So that energy is traveling up the legs and slowly up the spine to help us come all the way up to standing. No rush, maybe more than one breath to come up. And when we get to the top, maybe on an inhale, the shoulders are coming to the ears. And as we exhale, we can roll the shoulders back and down, turning the palms to face forward so we have this nice strong Tadasana, our mountain pose. You can spread the toes, really feel into the mat, and the crown of the head reaching up nice and high. And deep breath in, the hands reach up high to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging from the hips, float yourself down. So we're going to find some nice gentle flow. And on an inhale, halfway lift, long spine, hands can slide up the shins, shoulders back. So we exhale, hands are going to frame the feet. We can step the feet back one at a time into a high plank. So really pressing the ground away, squeezing your glutes, your core, your thighs. On your exhale, dropping the knees and lower down. Arms try to brush the sides of the body as you lower. Coming down, nice. Inhale into your cobra. So hips to the floor, lengthening your spine, just gentle. Exhale, maybe child's pose or down dog. Take your time to get there. Feel into the body. Notice how the shoulders are feeling. Spread the fingers if you're in your down dog, really pressing into each knuckle so the weight's distributed in the hands. So from our downward facing dog, if we're ready, softening into the knees, looking towards the top of the mat. On an inhale, hop a big step to the top, lifting the chest up halfway, long, long spine. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, scooping hands to the sky, reach up. Exhale, find your Tadasana, our mountain pose. This is like our reset, so you can take a moment, feel into the ground, the balance between right and left sides. As you breathe, notice your chest open. And on a next inhale, reach the hands up to the sky. Once again, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from the hips. Allow yourself to slowly float yourself down. Use your whole breath. So on the inhale, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Shoulders back, try to keep the spine straight. Exhale, hands come down to frame the feet. Stepping back into our high plank, press the ground away, deep breath in. When we exhale, lower down, maybe chaturanga, or we can drop the knees. Inhale into your up dog or your cobra, looking for length, shoulders soften away from the ears. And when you exhale, down dog or child's pose or something else if you need a wriggle. Keep the breath nice and steady. And from our downward facing dog, if we're ready, just coming all the way to the tiptoes. And as we exhale, travel the shoulders forwards over the wrists. We're in a high plank, deep breath in. When we exhale, drop the knees, but just the knees. And then on an inhale, find your cow pose again. So lowering the belly button down, shoulders back, chest through. When we exhale, find a child's pose. Send the hips back towards the heels. Deep breath in. Can we rise all the way up onto the knees to reach up nice and tall? Lifting the hips up, gaze up. And exhale to cactus the arms and side out. Release the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers behind you. Inhale to open up the heart, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Lift the chest up, the chin up maybe. Take a few breaths here. And then next exhale, releasing the hands back down to the floor. Curl the toes under. Send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. From our downward facing dog, bend into the knees, looking forward. Inhale, hop or a big step to the top of the mat, lifting the chest up halfway. And when we exhale, forward fold, releasing down. Rooting through the feet, inhale to rise all the way up. Reach the hands high. Exhale to find your Tadasana. Nice. Let's keep going, keeping warm. So inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from the hips, releasing down. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, flat back. Exhale, release down, hands frame the feet. Step the feet back. Take your time to press the ground away. Move through your Vinyasa, chaturanga, or dropping the knees. Lots of control in the body. Take your time to move through. Finding yourself in down dog or maybe your child's pose. Using your breath to explore the body, to explore how it's responding, how it's feeling. From our down dog, inhale to come all the way up onto the tiptoes like we did before. Exhale, shoulders forwards over the wrist, high plank. Deep breath in, and then drop the knees down, so tabletop. Inhale into your cow pose. Exhale, child's pose, send the hips back. Inhale, rise all the way up onto the knees. Hands scoop up to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms, side out. Take the hands this time behind the back, kind of coming to the lower back. Maybe the fingertips are pointing up, and draw the shoulders back, the elbows back. And we start to lengthen through the spine. So just for this one, try to imagine your spine is coming long and the chest is reaching up towards the sky. So maybe send the gaze up. The hips might gently push forward. So we're opening up our heart space, squeezing the shoulder blades back. And keep breathing. One more breath in. And exhale, release down. Hands to the floor, tabletop. Curl the toes under. Send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Press the ground away from you. Let the head and neck relax. We're going to continue. So we root down through the left foot. Inhale, the right leg comes to the sky. Exhale, draw the knee towards the nose and squeeze it there as the shoulders move forwards over the wrist. Inhale, send the leg all the way back up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, land the foot through between the hands. Inhale, can we rise up, high lunge? So the left knee's off of the floor and the ball of the left foot. Hips point forward. Take another breath in. Reaching up long. Now exhale, open warrior two. Pivot on your back foot. Turn that right knee out. Let your shoulders soften down. Deep breath in. Long exhale. Next inhale, straighten that right leg. Hips go back, reaching towards me. And then lower right hand down towards the shins, left arm up to the sky. Try to keep your torso stacked over that right leg. Peel the left hip back. Don't feel you need to go super low. Try to keep the spine nice and long. Feel the chest open. Steady breath. The next big inhale coming all the way up. Exhale back into warrior two. Right palm turns to the sky. Inhale to reverse. Keep the legs the same, just reaching right arm back. And exhale, swing the arms around, framing that right foot. Right foot goes back to join the left. And we move for a vinyasa. We can drop the knees. We can chaturanga. Inhale into your cobra or your up dog. Exhale, maybe child's pose, maybe down dog. Steady breath. Let's do the other side if we're ready. So from downward facing dog, inhale, the left leg's coming to the sky. Exhale, draw the knee towards the nose, squeezing it there, shoulders forwards. Inhale, leg comes all the way up, back up to the sky. And exhale, land the foot through between the hands. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Hips pointing forward. Hug the ribs in. Keep reaching up high. And then next exhale, open into warrior two. Pivot on that back foot. Keep the front foot pointing forwards. Turn the knee out. Nice. Gaze or your drishti over the front middle finger. The next inhale, can we straighten the left leg? We send the hips back, but we reach forwards. Then just lower left hand down towards the shins, right arm up to the sky. Steady breath. There might be a micro bend in that left knee just to protect the knee. Keep peeling that right hip back. So imagine that you're trying to slide into a toaster. Deep breath in, coming all the way back up. And exhale, bend back into the left knee. Left palm turns to the sky. Inhale to reverse, reaching back. Now exhale, swing the hands around to frame the left foot. Left foot's coming back to join the right. Inhale, press the ground away. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. With your breath. Lovely. Deep breath in our downward facing dog. Big sigh out. Soften into the knees, look towards the top of the mat. And on an inhale, take a hop or a big step to the top, lift the chest up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Rooting through the feet. Inhale, can we rise all the way up, scooping hands to the sky as we go. Feel yourself lengthen, grow an extra inch. And exhale, find your Tadasana. So your mountain pose when you're ready. And feel yourself tool here. Feel yourself opening, rooting to the ground. Let's keep going. But we're going to find Utkatasana. So we bend into the knees. On an inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat back. Exhale, hands frame the feet. Step or jump back, move through your vinyasa. Remember, if at any point you're tired of vinyasas, you're welcome to skip them. Just listen to your body, what you need. You can move at your pace. Press the ground away in our down dog. Now come all the way to the tiptoes, lift the heels off the ground. Exhale, shoulders move forwards over the wrists. Deep breath in. Then exhale, drop the knees. Inhale into our cow pose again. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, rise all the way up onto our knees like we did earlier. Make sure your knees are hip distance apart. Exhale, cactus side out. Hands come to the lower back once again. We draw the shoulders back. We keep lifting the chest up. Maybe the chin comes up. And feel your spine lengthen. So rather than the lower back crunching, it's like we really want to kind of grow out of the hips, out of the spine. If you're comfortable, you can come a little bit further back. Some of you might want to tuck the toes under, and you can take a hold of your ankles behind you. This is only optional. Just see if you want to today. Open up your chest wherever you've come to. Keep breathing. And then slowly we come back up. And next, exhale, hands to the floor. Curl the toes under. We make our way into downward facing dog. Feel into your body. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. Root through the left foot. Inhale, take the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, draw the knee towards the nose, shoulders forward, squeezing it there. Inhale, leg to the sky. Can we bring the knee across the body to the left elbow now? Nice. Inhale, up to the sky. Exhale to the right elbow. Send the leg up high. Now we land it through between the hands. Deep breath in, rise up. Exhale, start to lean forward and reach forward. And we can keep our hands there or maybe at heart center. We're going to slowly look for some balance and pick the left foot off the floor. We might wobble, we might fall, and that's okay. If we're finding a bit of balance, try to level out the hips. So the left hip comes in line with the right. The hips are square to the ground. One more breath in. Next exhale, soften that right knee and land the left foot back down behind you. Hands come up as we inhale. When we exhale, open into warrior two once again. Nice. Inhale to straighten the right leg. Pivot on the right foot so we face the long side of the mat and the hands come to the hips. Can we turn the big toes in? And if you need to, you can stagger yourselves because we are going to fold. Take a deep breath in. And then next exhale, start to hinge from the hips and we come down about halfway. Hands come to the floor. You can bend into the knees as much as you like. Inhale to lift the chest. And exhale, hinge from the hips, folding in your wide leg stance. So hands can walk back in line with the feet. Let the head hang, the neck soften, shoulders away from the ears. And use your breath. So our breath is helping us to lengthen on those inhales. Feel the body open, and on those exhales, just arriving, allowing your body to be where it is today. So no forcing, just trying to soften. Long inhales, long exhales. So notice how that feels to really feel into your breath in this fold. Deep breath in, long exhale. Next inhale, lifting the chest up as we walk the hands out in front. And then exhale to walk the hands around to frame the right foot at the top of the mat. On an inhale, can we peel the right arm up to the sky to find a twist? And when we exhale, pivot on the left foot so it comes to the mat, so the blade of the foot comes to the ground. Then we step the right foot all the way back, or maybe just halfway back, so we modify our side plank. Stable left shoulder, keep lifting your hips high, whichever version you've gone for. Use your breath. And then next exhale, right hand comes to the ground, both feet go back, high plank. Moving through a vinyasa if you want. Remember, just take your time with it. You can drop the knees. You can slow it all the way down. Allow your body to feel into it. So it should feel nice. So we can open up slowly. We can feel into the shoulders, to the legs. There's a down dog or a child's pose. Maybe a deep breath in, big sigh out. If we're ready for it, we're going to do the other side. So from our downward facing dog, we'll root through that right foot. And on an inhale, the left leg's coming to the sky. Exhale, draw the knee towards the nose, the shoulders moving forwards. Inhale, leg out long. Exhale, across the body to the right elbow. Keep moving the shoulders forwards. Inhale, leg to the sky, using your breath. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, leg all the way up. Exhale, land the foot through between the hands. Inhale, rising up, high lunge. Reach up nice and tall. Now when you exhale, start to lean forward, reach forward. So we've got this diagonal line through the body. Hands can stay there or heart center if you want. And we slowly start to transfer our weight into that left leg. So the right foot's coming up off the ground. Using your breath. You can soften into that left knee. Don't feel it has to be completely straight. And tune into the hips. That's it. Really nice, everyone. Deep breath in. Next exhale, bend the left knee, land the right foot back down. Both hands come up to the sky. We're in a high lunge. When we exhale, open up into warrior two. Feel your shoulders soften. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Pivot on the foot so we face the long side of the body. Can we take the hands behind the back this time? It's another fold, but we're going for a different variation. Keep your big toes turning in, and then squeeze the shoulder blades back. Open up the heart. Lift the chest up. Next exhale, start to hinge from the hips to fold. Remembering you can soften into the knees as much as you need to. The hands are clasped and they're drawing down towards the ground in front. So the shoulders are gently opening as well. That's it, nice. Use up same long breath. So nice long inhales to open. Long exhales. Take your time with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Next exhale, release the hands down. So just let them go. You can add a little bit of movement here. So have a little explore yourself. Maybe you walk the hands to one foot, to the other foot. Maybe you peel one arm up to the sky, finding a bit of a twist. You might do the same the other side. You might bend into the knees. Just give yourself, again, a bit of freedom, just exploring, seeing what feels nice in the body, what bits you might want to open up. Keep your breath nice and long. And slowly, can we walk our hands back to center, lift the chest up on an inhale. When we exhale, walk the hands round to frame the left foot. We're back towards the top of the mat. Moving all the way to the outside edge of that right foot. And we step the left foot all the way back or halfway back, finding our side plank. Lifting the hips nice and high, using your breath. One more inhale. Next exhale, left hand comes down to the ground. High plank, deep breath in. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. Taking your time, arms brushing the sides of the body on the way down. Inhaling to lengthen and open. Exhale, find that down dog or take the rest that you might need. We treat our bodies with kindness, with compassion, however they're showing up today. You might take a sigh out, a yawn out, maybe shake it off. If we're ready, we'll come to downward facing dog. Press the ground away. Feel the length all the way through the spine. So from the hands all the way to the tailbone, we're lengthening. And we soften into the knees, look towards the top of the mat. On an inhale, hop or step to the top, lifting the chest up halfway, long, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, release yourself down. Inhale to Utkatasana. So you bend the knees, scoop the hands high. And exhale, come to your Tadasana. We can release the hands down. Lovely. Rooting through both feet. Feel yourself lengthening all the way to the crown of the head. Keep the chest open, your breath steady. We'll find Utkatasana again. So deep breath in, bend into the knees. And hold it there this time. So pulling the belly button back towards the spine. If we glance down, we want to be able to see our toes kind of peeking out beneath the knees. Feet can be together or hip distance apart. Your choice. Strong legs, so breathe deeper so we can feel the legs. One more inhale. The next exhale, forward fold, releasing down. Can we wiggle the feet out hip distance apart if they're not already there? Take your index finger, middle finger, wrap them around big toes. And on an inhale, lift the chest up. Kind of really trying to lengthen the spine. You might need to bend the knees, and that's okay. And when we next exhale, find a fold where the elbows move out to the sides. And we release the head, the neck, but the shoulders move away from the ears. Nice. Gently opening the backs of the legs. And then next inhale, lifting the chest back up. Let go of the toes. Hands frame the feet. We're going to step them back one at a time. Find high plank. Deep breath in. Instead of going to Vinyasa, we're just going to go straight to the knees. So drop the knees down. Inhale to that cow pose. Exhale to child's pose. Now rise all the way up onto the knees. It's our last one of these. Exhale, cactus side out. Hands come behind the back. And your choice. So just notice how your spine is feeling today. We can just keep working on lifting the chest, lengthening the spine, and squeezing the shoulders back. Or if you want to, you can gently come back a little more. Maybe the toes curl under. Maybe you hold onto the heels behind you. There's no rush. Wherever you are, look for length. So we keep lifting up the chest, lengthening the spine, squeezing shoulder blades back, and a steady breath wherever you've come to. Lovely. Now slowly make your way back up. Take your time. We'll come back onto hands and knees. And for this one, maybe give yourself a little wildcat or maybe find a child's pose. And then slowly, when you're ready, make your way into downward facing dog once again. Nice. We root down through the left foot. Inhale, take the right leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Exhale, can we land the right foot straight away outside of right hand? Inhale, the right arm comes all the way up to the sky to find that twist. And exhale, can we land the hand back down to the floor? Drop the left knee to the ground. We start to open that right hip a little more. So the right knee can turn out. You can use your hand if you want to kind of push and open up the hip. Or if you want to, maybe you come to the forearms and you explore your lizard lunge. So our focus is on opening that right hip. Our breath is traveling there wherever we are. You can find a stillness, you can find some movement, kind of wriggle into it. And then gently coming back to the hands. Excuse me. And from the hands, can we bring that right knee behind the right wrist? So we look for a pigeon now, sending the left leg straight out behind us. We want to be quite level on the hips. So if you notice that you're collapsing to the right hip, give me a wave. I can bring you a brick, and you can pop it underneath that hip. Yeah. I'll take one of these. Did anyone else want to? And if you want to, if it feels comfortable, you can come down to the forearms. Just make sure that there's no pain in that right knee. If there's anything that feels painful, let me know and we can change it to a different variation. Nice. Lovely. And this time it's kind of that right glute, the right IT band, the right hip still. We're breathing into, softening down. And gently coming back to the hands. So lifting the chest up off the ground. So to open up that left quad, we can if we want to, just making sure you're not on your kneecap, is draw the left foot towards you. So you want to kind of be on the side, not on your kneecap. And we can just draw it towards us. If you want to, you can take that left hand. You might reach back for it. We might not be anywhere near the foot, and that's okay. If it doesn't feel right for you, don't worry. Lovely. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, release the foot down, both hands to the ground. Press through the hands, curl the left toes under, lift the hips, and then big inhale to send the right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. We can either move through three-leg chaturanga, normal chaturanga, or you can just come to your down dog. So if you want to do three legs, let's inhale to keep the leg lifted, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, chaturanga, leg still lifted. Then drop the foot, inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. And then inhale, can we take the left leg to the sky? Exhale, can we land the foot outside the hand, outside our left hand? And we drop the right knee to the floor. In fact, we were meant to have come back up because we're going to actually peel the left arm up to the sky. I think I forgot this on one side before. So holding it there, then exhale, let's lower left hand to the ground and drop the right knee to the ground. We're going to open up the left hip. So have a little explore again. You can use your hand to open it up. You might want to come straight to the forearms. It's like we're kind of pushing our hips forwards. So you feel your left hip open. If it feels good, you can come to forearms. Explore it there. You might roll out to the blade of the left foot, or the foot might be flat. See how it feels. Nice. And slowly coming back to the hands, so we're not yet there. And we take the left knee now behind the left wrist, finding our pigeon. Sending the right leg straight out behind us. And again, just adjust yourself. So check the right leg straight out behind. Sometimes it has a tendency to go off to the right. And then if it feels okay, you might come to the forearms. You might lower yourself down. If on this side anyone wants a brick, give me a wave. Also, you're welcome to still stay on the hands if it feels better there for you. Steady breath into that left glute, the left hip. And slowly making your way back to the hands. And if we want to, again, the option is to draw the right foot towards us. So we bend the knee and the foot comes towards us. It's gentle if we are exploring. And we might take the right hand back. Opening up. We want to. And steady breath in the body. And release the leg. Take the hands to the ground. Press through both hands, curl the right toes under, lift the hips up. Making space so that on an inhale, we can swing the left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Moving through a vinyasa or a three-leg vinyasa, up to you, or just straight to your down dog. So control wherever you are. Lovely. Moving with the body, just feeling in. Still checking in, noticing how you're feeling, responding to how you feel. Last downward facing dog. So press the ground away. Feel the whole of the back body open. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. Shaking off the head. Then we can soften in the knees, look towards the top of the mat. But we're going to step through or hop through to seated. Sitting our bums down to the ground. Landing the feet to the floor, making sure there's space behind us. We're just going to lower ourselves all the way to the ground. You might take the hands out in front, use your core to release down. You might want your hands to come to the ground. To you. When we hit the ground, walk the feet back a little closer so that you can brush the heels with the fingertips. The feet are about hip distance apart. I'm not sure where my voice keeps going. And then we press through the feet. Start to gently lift the hips up off the ground, lift the spine up, pushing the hips towards the sky, looking for our bridge. We can squeeze the shoulder blades together, interlace the hands underneath us, and breathe into your body. So you notice your heart rising a little higher than the head. So the blood flowing down to the head. Deep breath in. Next exhale, releasing down to the ground bit by bit. We take our arms either out wide or cactus them to the sides if there's not enough space, so we can have the elbows bent. And we're going to find a supine twist. So our hips, just the hips, might move over to the left a little, just a fraction, and then both knees come down to the right. We can turn the head to the left if we like, trying to keep the shoulders towards the ground, so softening to the floor, that's both shoulders. And then allow your body to become really passive here. So the twist is through the spine. Steady breath in the body. Gently, next inhale, unravel. Let the spine return to neutral for a moment. And then find a twist on the other side, so the hips might move a little to the right, both knees to the left. Maybe turn the head to the right. Shoulders to the ground. Softening into the body. We gently unravel. Let the spine return to neutral again. We can draw the knees towards the chest, maybe giving ourselves a nice big hug. You might rock from side to side, massaging the lower back to the ground. Maybe rocking the head on the floor, giving the back of the head a little massage against the ground. If you want to, find a happy baby, opening the hips. We can take hold of the soles of the feet or maybe behind the thighs. And the knees are drawing down towards the ground, towards the armpits, kind of outside. Open the hips. Use your breath. Send it into the body. Send it down to the hips. Feel the soles of the feet kind of shining up towards the sky. And then gently release. If there's anything else that your body wants, anything else that you need, please do take it. We're preparing ourselves for Shavasana. So if you're ready, you can come straight to Shavasana or just have a little extra wriggle, extra time with your body. If anyone wants a bolster for Shavasana or a blanket for Shavasana, let me know. We allow our breath to return to its natural rhythm. Feeling the ground holding us here. Your body is completely supported so that you can relax every muscle, every limb. So you can feel yourself release. You might take a deeper breath into the body. Feel yourself expand, open, maybe wiggling into the fingers, into the toes. Softly waking yourself up. Maybe taking some bigger movement if you want. A big stretch, a yawn or sigh. If you want to, you can roll to one side. You can curl up into a ball. Take a moment with yourself wherever you've come to. And just acknowledge this time that you've given yourself and how you've honored where your body is at today. We'll slowly make our way up to seated. The eyes might be closed or the gaze lowered. Take a moment to feel your seat on the ground, to feel your spine lengthening and the crown of the head reaching towards the sky. So nice and tall. On an inhale, the shoulders can come to the ears. And as we exhale, roll the shoulders gently back and down, bring palms together at heart center. And take a moment with your intention if you have one, or a moment with your breath. We'll seal the practice together, taking a deep breath in through the nose, and a big sigh out. Thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Thank you, everybody. It's nice to have you all here.